Microphone is off. Yeah, okay. Got that back. Sorry about that. I'm putting the link in my Instagram bio right now. My 2 Instagram bios. And then we'll get started. I got something written down here that we could work on. I think we will try that next. If someone is watching right now, I think you can only comment if you have a YouTube account, but if you do, and someone is watching, let me know if my voice is too quiet, because apparently someone told me that it was earlier, so and I can try to get that fixed. No, not to my story. Okay. Last thing, I promise. Link in bio. Man, I can't believe I'm saying that now. I've been listening to YouTubers and stuff say that for forever and never thought it would be me. Okay. Although, I mean, it's a pretty normal thing, I guess, but did I save that? Okay, save. And now go back. Okay, so this mid-bass swoop thing. So I'm thinking of adding a filter sweep to somewhere in the middle over here. So that sounds like, here, hold on, let me find an example of it. Well, no, yeah, I'll just show you. So basically it's like it would be doing this. Let's take a bass. So it's like that. You take out all the low end and then drop it back in. So I'm thinking about doing that somewhere over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it for a minute while I finish this up, and then and also be listening for where I want to put it, and then we'll try putting it in there. Be either here at this break coming up or at this one. I know that's what I was thinking about. I don't know, it might work here, but I think there's a little too much going on to add that as well. Let's see if it sounds good with this other one. Yeah, I think it'll be better there. But let's try it. I think we can try both. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna test my voice too. So I'll go back a little bit to here and listen on my phone. Sorry, just a second. Someone said earlier that my voice was too quiet, so I'm listening on to the stream on my phone. Yeah, it sounds better now, I think. Turning up the gain a little bit. That might help. How about now? Yeah, okay, definitely better, even if I'm not looking at the microphone, or speaking into the microphone rather. Great. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a delay there, so I have to say what I want to say and then listen for a second. Let's get these ones back in. All right. Here we go. Let's start working on a filter sweep for the bass. That's what I should call it, I think. Okay, meat bass wah. I am not using it all. I think I'm about to get rid of this real quick, just because this is something I experimented with. It's like it's the same bass sound, but it's got this kind of wah wah effect on it, which you can't hear here. You can't hear here. Let me find the place where you can hear it. Oh, I think I deleted the part where you can even hear it at all. Oh no, that's it. There it is. Alright, so let's find that automation. Okay, so this is it. This is where I did some work with it here. Yeah, it's a cool sound for sure, but it doesn't really, it's a little too busy for this song, I think. Let's check that out, just check that out to make sure. Yeah, because the other thing is I have this potato bass, quote unquote, which is just that top part, that warmth coming in here over time, being unfiltered, and it's got a bit of modulation on it as well, just much more subtle, and more over time, over a longer period of time. So, which is coming from what? I think that's coming from the synth itself. Let me see. Yeah, so in here I've got a low frequency oscillator, or LFO, on the cutoff. So the filter is going up and down over a long period of time. There's no visual representation of that, unfortunately, but and then so the filter's already going like this, and then I have another filter on top of that one that starts off low and eventually comes off of it. So over time you hear that evolving sound come to the fore more. So if I had this wah wah sound in the beginning, it would totally it would take away the point of that evolution. So yep, I'm just gonna delete it once and for all. Although I do kind of like the sound of it. But that's also something that we're doing right now. We're not adding to this. We are polishing it so we can get it put out, get it finished. Okay. Praise the Lord, I did not just delete the wrong thing and then save, because I have done stupider things than that before. Okay. We've got our meat bass and our potato bass. That's pretty much the whole reason that's called potato bass, is because I had meat in the sense of the main part, so I called this the meat bass, and then meat and potatoes, you know. So anyway, it doesn't really make sense. So let's find that that sweep place. I had more stuff open a minute ago that helped me find where I am. Okay, no, I'm supposed to be over here. That's what it is. Sorry. So it seems to me that from a structure standpoint, it makes more sense to put the change here, but I think it might sound better over here. So we've got our sections. I don't know how many bars this is. 16. Whoa, hold up, no, that's 1/16. Sorry, 8 bars. Yeah, so these are 16 bar loops. Well, not loops, but the 16 bar sections here. They're all slightly offset because the stuff in the beginning is not totally symmetrical, so, or it's not totally on a 16 bar grid, so everything's pushed off by what, 2 bars? Yeah, 2 bars. So that's 2 bars ahead of the 16 grid. But anyway, so we've got these 16 bar sections here, and if I put a transition here, it'll be right in the middle of those, or of these 64 bars. So 16, 16, transition, 16, 16, right? Except I think it sounds better at this one. The only thing about that is if I have a transition here, or into this 16 bar section, I'm gonna go back to narrow here. If I have a transition here, there is a big transition here out of the main drums into just kind of open ambience here. I'll show you. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, it's not quite there. Oh, no, yeah, no, it's here. I clicked on the wrong spot. There. So there's that. There's kind of there's not like a whole lot going on in that transition, but there is a big transition there in the sense that it changes to a very distinct next part. So I feel like it might be a little bit too choppy if I do a kind of a big transition right before that and then we go into that. So it makes most sense to do it here, but let's just try it. See what we find. It might not work at all. So it's just an idea that I had, so I want to try it out. This is not the filter we need for that. Wait, is this the wah? Oh, so I have the wah on this one? Okay, so I've got the wah kind of baked into this sound apparently. And then that track that I deleted had, I guess what I did is I duplicated Meatbase, drew in some automation, and then renamed it Meatbase Wah or whatever. So that's probably, that's probably what's going on. It's just a duplicated track because I do have that wah effect in here. I'm just not using it. So anyway, I've got this one auto filter here. Yeah, hello? Oh, okay. I got this one auto filter here, which is being used in the intro just a little bit. Right, okay, so I'm also fading in the volume at this point, so you can't really hear it, but it's more to tie it to this one. They both have the same filter on them, which is just scooping it up like that, and then it dives back in. So the way this is working is I've got this bass which is more focused on the top end, this really rough, fuzzy sound, and then I've got this, well, you can't hear it at this part, but this low, growly part. Well, it's not really growly, but the low, smooth side of the bass. And so those are working together. And again, those are part of the same sound. All of that is in the Meatbase track. It's just filtered out that top part, and then I split it into 2 tracks to kind of keep it more organized. So anyway, I've got the potato bass, which is the fuzzy one. The volume's going down on it right here, and the volume's coming up on the meat bass, because in the first drop, it's all the meat bass. It's just focused on that low end. So coming out of the intro, the potato bass turns down and the meat bass turns up. And they kind of trade places. But then on top of that, there's a filter. This is the filter sweep I'm thinking about adding, where it scoops out the bottom end of the sound and then brings it back in, kind of, which is a common trick, I guess, for like doing right before a drop, because it gives it more impact. It sounds good. I mean, that's the explanation, is that like it gives the drop more impact or whatever. But it sounds good. There's no denying it, and explaining it's kind of like, yeah, okay, if you say so, you know. This guy does it so much better than me, but there's a good example in here. I've showed this several times on the stream, but I don't know who's watching at what time, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But it's a great song anyway. So yeah, right here, listen to the bass, and then right before the drop, he brings it up a little bit, and then he just cuts it out entirely, and then it kind of slides back in right before the drop kicks in. So listen for that. Yeah, so right there, right before the drums kick in, it gets all quiet in the bottom end, and then drops back in. That's the drop, right? So that's kind of what I'm going for. He does a way better job. The thing is that there's so many elements to a good song, like especially like, well, not especially. All music is very subtle business, but electronic music, it's in a way, it seems, especially with electronic music, there's just so many layers and so much thought goes into each layer. And so like with something like this, where especially like with something with drum and bass too, where it's like all about the subtle stuff, like it's kind of repetitive, but then there's these kind of changes over time in it. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Anyway, he does a really good job of making it nice and smooth. And there's layers to that besides just the way he has like the timing of the filter, because on paper I have a similar filter sweep going on, but there's a lot I don't understand there, and how he makes it sound so magical and so seamless. I mean, it just like flows into the drop, and it's like there's clear separation, but it's totally cohesive. And yeah, so I still have a lot to learn there. But anyway, let's get back to this. That piano is sounding really loud to me right now, but we'll get to that part of mixing later. So I guess we'll use the same filter as the one I'm using for the intro. That makes sense. I don't need to get another one. So let's try it. Let's see. I'm just gonna copy actually the same automation here and put it. Let's try this one first. Let me find the right spot. That's 1, 2, 3. So I think we need 4. Yeah. 4 of what are these? Okay, so it's 4 bars. Yeah, 4 bars ahead. Doesn't sound that different by itself. Let's see if we can add it to the other bass and if that will change anything. We should have a filter. Low modifier, hopefully. Okay. Not that. Spectrum, let's put you at the end. Man, this is pretty disorganized here. Unorganized? Yeah, I think unorganized would be the word. Drop in here, mid-late. Oh, so I have one for the mid-late? Oh yeah, so this is why I thought of it. It's because I had a sweep here anyway. Yeah, and I had it at the next one too, so maybe I was thinking along the same lines as I am now, but pretty basic, but we can try that too. I don't need this one. If anything, that's just gonna make this section right here sound bad. But this, I'll try copying that. So let's see. Show automation in new lane, so we can get just the envelope there. If I try to copy this section, since it's a group track, it grabs everything down in the group track. So if I tried to copy that, it would copy this MIDI clip as well. So what I can do is click the part that I want to change and open the automation for it in a new lane, and then select just that envelope. So, and then put that on this track here. Let's see what this sounds like together, I guess. Okay, that's too much too slow for one thing. For another, I think that this sound, the potato bass, is getting lost in the mix. That could be a level issue, which we'll get to later. We'll get to adjusting levels to the final state, or to their final values in a little bit, but maybe some kind of saturation or something to just punch it through a little bit more. Might get some effects on there, we'll see. But that being said, this is too much too slow. So, and it needs to, I think, go up and then drop back in. So let's try that. Let's try kind of a more curved sweep too, and then like a little like that. And do that by holding Alt and then clicking on the line, and then I can curve it like that. So if you can select point, you can make points by clicking on the line and then move that to where you want. And then if you have a straight line and you want it curved, again, you can hold Alt. So it's pretty cool, but let's put this in there and try that again. I'm gonna go back to here. Is that you, Bebo? So I think for this to work, for this to sound good, we need to get more than just the bass being filtered. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this one because it's easy for now, and then we can change that later if need be. But let's try putting that on maybe the strings too, these pads anyway. These pads rather. Let's see what that gets us. Okay, still not crazy about it. Sorry, just a second. I accidentally closed my demo stream there, which I want to have open just in case. Hello. No. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I think this might be a little too much. Part of why it sounds weird, I think, is that the drums don't have any on there. So the low end is coming out of the bass and those pads, but not the kick drum. Let's try that, and if that doesn't work, we're just probably gonna move on from this. I think. Just a couple of things we can maybe try. Okay, that did not seem to have an effect at all. Wait. Oh, this might be the problem. So I thought this one had the automation on it, but it looks like it doesn't. So maybe we missed something here. This one has it. Potato, bass, drop in. Oh, what did I put that on? Mid late. Okay, so let's copy mid late. Now let's see. Mid bass has drop in. Okay, that one's good. Okay, so let's put mid late on the drums. Oh, but wait, I might have put that. Yes. Okay, so I put drop in on the pads, so that's why they don't sound different. So one at a time here. Let's just do mid late is what we want to be copying. Copy that. I could, there's a thing, you can make send and return tracks. So if I was doing that, I might be able to work around this, but anyway, I would have to copy and paste everything, but see what this sounds like. It's still not that great. Let's put this on here. I'm gonna test this myself. Testing my dude. Yeah, okay. So there is somebody. 1 concurrent viewers. I think that's myself. Okay, maybe it needs a little bit of white noise. Sometimes if you just, well, I think that could be the problem because I'm just doing the bass sweep and not any anything else here. So let's try, is this centered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay. So we need 4 of these sections before the point I'm looking to make a transition at. Is it this one? No. It's this one. I believe so. Here. Let's make sure. Oh, rip. Okay. I was in the wrong half of the drop, so it's over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, it looks like once again we're coming down on the side of not adding new stuff to this song. So, get rid of mid-late, because that's the only thing that's doing. Get rid of mid-late on the pads. Mid-late, mid-late. Go up to 2. Drums and get rid of mid-late again. There we go. So, okay, backed off on that. So we can check that off our list here. Let's find it. Yay. Try a bass swoop mid-late drop. Nope, negative on that. So, this may be it. This may be the point where we tip over into just going back through for the final mix down. Because what I've been doing so far is just kind of nitpicking here and there, jumping around to different stuff instead of thoroughly going through each track one at a time and covering all the bases. So let's just give it a listen through and see what we're working with. If there's anything else that jumps out at me as something I've been putting off or forgotten about that I need to do, and then if we don't find anything, we'll get to work on the thorough part. So yeah, let's go. We're just listening right now. Just listening right now. Yeah. I don't know if people are going to see that anyway. To do with those hi-hats and stuff, we'll do that later. Right now we're listening for really things that really stick out, big problems or anything for me to remember that I've completely forgotten about. This whole section is something I've debated taking out. Where the drums drop out and it just kind of repeats the underlying pads and bass. Might take a look at that. This definitely needs to be louder. But again, I'll do that later. Yeah, there's definitely some like levels stuff that'll make this sound a lot better. Just adjusting volume is gonna improve this a lot. Add some delay to that lead piano. I might cut a couple of sections out. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so nothing really stands out to me except these two sections here. One's right here. And then this one right here. Yeah, this. So this one and this one. I don't want to change that in this version, so I will save a copy of this project and try it. So I don't lose anything if I decide to go back on the idea. But so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. So let's see. Edit. I'm just gonna put edit. Well, remove. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna remove boring sections. I'm not committing to that description, but I mean, that would be the problem. If I do end up deleting it, it'll be because I think they are boring. So do that. And there's something else I was thinking of. Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought about adding a delay to add delay to lead piano. And there's one other thing. It was something related to sparkly bits. Let me see. try this out actually. I'm just gonna skip ahead to this and skip over this potentially boring section. Keep listening and try that again over at this part. So we'll be skipping this one. Yeah, see, okay, so this is the thing. Like, I've actually done this several times where I have felt like it's too long and I've tried to cut out parts and it just doesn't work. Like, the flow is thrown off. Is this even worth trying? It might be worth trying, but let's see. Mix down one. Edit. Question. Help. Question mark. Edit question mark. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be good, but let's try it. And we'll spend a little bit of time brushing it, polishing it, adding some transitions and stuff. Not that long. I will budget half an hour for this. So at 10:48, we're going back to the song as it is. Edit question mark. Yes. Yeah. C. 今何をしましょうかね。Okay, so gonna try this till 10:48, and then what are we going back to? Delay on the piano, and that's it. That's it. Yeah. Maybe a bit more white noise. That's all I can think of, and that's all I'm gonna try to think of. Yeah, I'll write that down. Maybe a bit more white noise. It's always hard to move on to the next part of a project. Oh, this is already here. Okay. So we're being brutal. We are destroying some parts of this, taking them out completely. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, they just drop off, so there's nothing to save there. So now we take everything east of that and select it, and then we're gonna move it back. Let's find something that we can grab. There we go. So we've got that. Now let's cut out this other part, which is this one, I believe. Yes. Now we want the filtering on the drums. What? Oh, it's just the snare. Okay, shoot. I undid the wrong thing there. Okay. So now let's move it back in place. Okay, sorry, I just screwed it up. Let's get this all back together. Now, we should be good. Yeah. Okay. Now I want this. It's just to the snare apparently. Just to the snare lay? No. How is that happening? Is it the drums? Yes, okay, so that's what it is. So we want to keep that. Is there anything else? Nope, I don't think so. Yeah, it's just the reverb. Okay, so we're gonna copy that. Get rid of these lanes. Find the reverb. Automation in new lane. Copy that. Copy that. And get rid of this section now. I believe we're ready. Boom. Take everything east of that and select it. Should be good here, and then scoot it over. And there's your edit. Let's put the reverb back here. How far was that? This far. Huh? That does not sound nearly the same. All right, gonna back up a few steps here. 75%. It sounds so much more. Copy that. Is it the only thing? What else is going on? Is this doing something? No? This? This? Okay, that should be the only thing. Let's try it again. Delete all this. Boom. Everything east. Slide over. And now we should be able to put this reverb back on the drums. Oh, the decay time. Okay. So the decay time was a separate... Alright. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Now we know what we're doing. So we got... So let's take that and copy... Wait, no, it goes from 0% to 75. We can remember that. And then this... This is what we want to copy right here. So 0 to 75 and then copy and paste. All right, now we're ready. Now we've got everything. I should have been able to hear that because, yeah, clearly the decay time was not as long, and that's what the deal was, but I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes these things slip by me. So we're pasting the time. Oh. Pasting the time, drawing, or clicking in the wet. Yep. So now that's back to how it was. So we can compare, we can try our edited version. Something's not, this didn't get brought back. It'll probably be okay though. Because this song is like, it's like a radio's turned on, you hear it, and then it turns off at the end. Here. And at the end, all the sound's supposed to go out. So I don't think we're getting the drums anymore at that point because it's been so long. All the reverb's probably died off. But the piano, we're not dealing with this right now. We're not dealing with this right now. Okay, stay focused. So we're just editing to see if this is better. So, I could listen to the whole song right now again, or just from like the first drop or something. I'm just listening from like the intro part, and then we'll go to about we'll go into this and just see how the flow is. Okay.
I'm afraid this just isn't working. There have been some good moments, but it won't last. Communications will be the next to go. I'm already losing signal. Soon, I won't be able to hear you at all. If you get through this, I'll see you on the other side.
This is cool because I'm actually getting excited about the kind of methodical part of mixing again. I'm just going through and adjusting all the volumes because I can imagine how this is going to sound much better. Alright, we shouldn't notice a change till out here. Oh, I did want to add like a filter sweep to this. I forgot to copy that. Maybe we'll just copy the reverb over. Yeah, let's just try that and see how that sounds. Oh. There we go. And we'll just bring it back down. By the time they kick in again. That. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm getting excited again. Get all the volumes right so everything's balanced, EQ it out. It's gonna be sounding a lot better. So that's great, praise the Lord. Because I was dreading that, that's why I've been putting it off for so long. Guess I'm finally getting to the point of letting go of the song. Yeah, so first impression, it's so abrupt. I could work to make it less abrupt, but I don't think transitions and effects are going to take away emotional abruptness of it. Yeah, it just feels wrong. It could be because I've heard it the other way for so long, so many times. But it just doesn't feel right now. Let's try the other one. Yeah, no, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It doesn't work. It's too short. I don't know if that's because I've been programmed to, or I've been accustomed to patterns of 4. So the fact that there's 3 and then a change is like really weird. Or if it's because I'm used to the song. I think it's probably more related to the pattern of 4 thing, if anything, because it seems deeper than just like a change to the song. Because there's times when I've made drastic changes to songs and been like, oh, this is actually cool. So something feels really off about that. So yeah, no, not keeping it. Part of me is like, I feel like it's a little bit. No, we're gonna delete this. A little bit tedious, almost not tedious, but just like it's a little repetitive. But at this point, the song is the song, and it's time to finish it up. So, at the same time, I kind of like it. I kind of like it the way it is. I do like it the way it is. And obviously, changing it just now, it sounds completely wrong. So I'm not gonna rewrite the song right now, but. Yeah, part of the reason I want to do it is just because I feel like it's just hearing the same thing too much. But clearly that's not the right solution there, and the solution may just be to accept it as it is and move on. So I'm gonna try doing that. Cool. What is this? Oh yeah. Yeah, this is cool. This is something I'm not using anymore, but I'm just saving it because I might use it in something else. I don't think it even works with these drums. It kind of does. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it doesn't really fit in the song here. It just overcomplicates things, but I think it's kind of a cool sound, so I saved it. Cool. It's cool. This is okay, so I wrote it down. Man, I'm starting to get tired now. I'm starting to get like sleepy. Edit, remove boring sections. Okay, we can check that off. They are not boring. They are part of the song. We have decided. So here we go. Oops. Help Help. Can you see it? Can you see it? Not really. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was watching my stream. That is a terrible check mark. Add delay to lead piano. That's the last thing, and then second to last. Add delay to lead piano. Maybe a bit more white noise, and then we are for sure moving on to the rest of mixing. Lord willing, something may happen, but that's the plan. So, delay on the lead piano. This would be a pretty major, pretty significant effect here. So let's do it here first. All right. Would that be on the group, on the dry piano, or on the wet piano? Let's find out what sounds the best. Simple delay. I'm gonna try a ping pong delay. And I'm gonna start off with it on the group. I'm gonna start in solo. No, I'm gonna start with maybe just the drums. Okay, no, never mind. Not a ping pong. Let's do a simple delay. How can I do this? Yeah, I think if we do this, we might have to do a separate track for it. Just because this could be my lack of knowledge here, but the way simple delay seems to work is, and this makes sense, but there's just a dry wet knob, so if you turn it up enough to actually hear the delay, you start to lose the impact of the original sound. So let's keep the original. Okay, come on. Oh. Skills. Okay, piano. 1.2. Okay, so let's get this one delayed out, and then see. Vocal chops. Okay, I need that one in here for comparison. No, 5 maybe? No. Yeah, turning off the reverb helps. That's what I want. I think I want like a much longer delay. That's the problem. More like a, let's try this. Yeah, more like that. Okay. So I want it to bounce back and forth, but at 16. Let's see if the ping pong can do this. I don't know if I'm feeling it actually. Yeah, no, that's not it. Okay, scratch that. I think maybe just a little bit more white noise, like it says here. So let's check this off. Ready? Here we go. I think. Yeah. Okay. And now maybe a bit more white noise. Okay. So that basically means just like at the transitions. So we gotta pick them. Not be like that. Maybe this type. It wouldn't be there either. If anything, it would be at the end of that. Wait, no. Right, because these are all off. They're all off. Needs to extend more, I think, but Okay, that's really strange to me because I think usually the reverb extends the end of it out a lot farther than this. So what's the deal here? What's this doing? Oh, it's not that. It's not the filter. As far as okay, let's do it by itself. Ugh. Maybe just extend the clip more. What are we talking about here? Yeah, it's it's really annoying having it slightly offset like that, but I don't know if I can move it or not without everything falling apart. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So is this 8? Yeah, it's 8 bars. Okay. So that sounds better already. Maybe if I cut off the clip and let the filter filter the reverb out. Let's try that. I think it needs to be the whole thing, but maybe the volume can come down because I don't want it to just be like that loud the whole time. Bring this down. Do I curve it or no? Let's think about that. Yeah, let's try curving a little bit. Yeah, I think that adds something. One of the things about this song is I feel like I'm missing upper frequency content. Like the high end is kind of empty. I don't know what to put up there. But then hearing the white noise, I feel like everything's filled out. That's good. All right, let's put that at the corresponding place in the second drop. Well, this is going backwards right now. Oh, that's why. I thought I had grabbed this up here, this black box, and that, if you push to the right, it goes to the right. But I had grabbed the timeline, which it's like sliding a piece of paper in front of you. So if you push to the left, it moves to the left. but the box moves to the right. Anyway, I confused myself. Bamboozled myself there. So that would be... Which one? Yeah, it would be this one. It would be before this one. So... 1, 2, 3, 4. Like right about there, right? Yeah. There should be noise there too. Maybe this one. Maybe just duplicate it here. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then does it get duplicated to here? Does this one get duplicated? I don't think so. Let's try it, I guess. Maybe not right away, maybe after. Let's try that. Listen back to these last few sections. I like some of it. I like the second half of it when it's coming down. And the piano's starting. And it's going shh. I like that together. But I feel like it might be a little off having this. I'm gonna listen to it one more time. Sorry. I'm apologizing. Help. Escoretas. Maybe this. Maybe I just take that point, 805, and put it right in the middle. I feel like having it come up early is a little weird. Let's try that. And also the volume maybe, just not have it quite so. Yeah, that sounds better to me. This is hard for me because I like having these transitions, and I like the way white noise adds to a transition, but I feel like I do too much, and I don't know enough alternate methods of creating that same effect. Because, well, for instance, in Where We Belong, there's just like white noise at I think literally every transition in the whole song. Which, if you like it, I hope I don't ruin it for you, but hello. I can't find my own song on here. Here. And then watch, I'll hear it again almost immediately. It's in there a lot. And I like it. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but there are more subtle ways of doing that, or of getting a similar effect. So anyway, that being said, I don't want to fall into just repeating the same sound over and over. But I feel like I want to have it here. I'm going to listen to it and see how it sounds. Yeah, see, I like it there. For sure like it there. That might be too much with all of that. Yeah, actually now I don't like it. Okay, that's actually comforting to me. Yeah, because I don't know how to explain this, but I just kind of remembered how this is supposed to sound. Part of the problem here is that this bass. Actually, hang on a minute. I think the reverb sounds a bit too quiet. Anyway, this is supposed to be a lot louder and adding a lot more of that kind of high end, a little bit, or kind of that white noise effect to it. So I just kind of remembered that listening to it again. As for right here. That's a hard choice. I don't know which I like better. If I like the coming down afterwards or not. So what do we got over here? We've got, this is the same as that place. Maybe this would work out the same way. That's good where it is. Not at all. That does not fit there at all. I don't think it'll fit here either. Nope. Doesn't belong there. Okay. Try this one again. That I think is good. It's good there. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, gotta make a decision on this part. Not here in the middle, I think, right? Gotta start over again to hear it. Okay, no, absolutely not on that one. And then this. Is this the same? No, this is not the same. I'm gonna try doing the same one. Because I changed it so that the peak is in the middle, and I don't think that's as good for this part. That's better, but I don't think it's right. Let me try the half one again. And just get rid of these. Just cut off here. Yep, white noise is not the thing there. Okay. That should be it, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna save it and say that we're done with white noise here. Okay. Okay. Moving on, one thing at a time. Maybe a bit more white noise. Huh? Yeah. Sorry, I held it up there for a long time because I was waiting to see my stream over there. Actually, let me pull up. Okay. Put OBS back over there because that can help me. That's a live. That's what I should be looking at. Because there's no delay there, or not nearly as much. Nowhere close to the same amount. Try saving again. Oh. Oops. Sorry. I saved the wrong thing. Gonna click on Ableton and hit save. Help me. Oh, that reminds me. I need to delete edit question mark. Sets. Letting go. Edit question mark. See ya. Breakthrough. Final arrangement. 410. Funky. Man, I don't remember any of this stuff. I'm a brief tangent here. Just gonna see what I see amongst these old projects. All right, let me get rid of this. Yeah, yee. Yeah, yee. Alright, Ableton, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Here we go. Just coming in. Okay. Whoa, look at this. This is huge. Oh, I think I know what this is. I think this is the one we're working on. Oh, an older version of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is where it came together. So there's all this stuff over here from that was just experimentation. And then this right here is what we have now. This is like the song. So then I saved it as a different copy. Now what's this? This is just some experimentation, I guess. Oh, this is cool. This is a harmony I came up with for the. Oh, hold on, sorry. This is a harmony I came up with for the rhythm, which I actually really like, but it doesn't really fit into the song, unfortunately. But this isn't quite it. Yeah, you'll be able to hear it here. My bad. There we go. Alright, here we go, here we go. Just for fun, let's put some drums in here because I really do like this. I don't know if I have this or not. Where'd the hats go? Oh wait, this is like, that's all with my voice. Yeah, okay, anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna see this real quick. 410, and then there's Breakthrough, maybe? I think Breakthrough is the one with the new bass sound and everything that this new version is based on. What do we got? 410. What does that mean? I don't know.
I'm afraid that's just isn't
Here's
working.
another example of the final arrangement. Oh, yeah, this is when I was trying to mix in the old version. bass there. Man, this song's come so far. Okay, just Breakthrough. I think that'll be, well, big changes maybe. Nope. So yeah, I did show this on stream the other day, but just, this is what it used to sound like, the song. Oh wow, this is the old version. Sorry, I'm skipping around. Oh yeah, here. Man, I still really like things about this old version. Yeah, maybe we should go back and like re-release the old version as a separate song. That might be cool. Yeah, because I still really like parts of that. Okay, we need to get back to work here, but just want to see what this is. Breakthrough. Yeah, Breakthrough. Emphasis on the break, because this is when I got the new break. When I figured out the new break, the new bass.
I'm afraid.
Oh wow. Yeah. I do not like that piano with it, but let me turn it up a bit. That section was originally in this new version, and I've ended up getting rid of it, but yeah, anyway, so this song has come a long way. Been working on this one for like, well, not really. It has existed, at least in its original form, for like 5 years, so which was just a piano riff, but yeah, anyway. So man, oh rip. So let's go on with the brutal mixing, I guess. Brutal mixing. The real mixing. Yeah, it's time. It's time. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy some other people. I'm gonna look at Google and see what some other peeps are doing. Let's see, come on. Shrink, okay. Mixing checklist. I'm gonna pull up a few of these and just go through the basics here. Okay. Check your levels. I think that's what we're gonna do first. Deliver your tracks. Tweak the track timing. Check the fades. Eliminate noises. Okay, a lot of this stuff doesn't apply to me because I'm not using analog instruments, but tune tracks that need no, company tracks no. Yeah, this is all for like vocals and like acoustic instruments and stuff, or analog recordings. Consolidate your tracks. Consolidate recorded stuff. A lot of my stuff is just like drawn in, not live. Consolidate your tracks. Consolidate the edits. Arrange your tracks. How do you tracks? How do you use tracks? Loading tracks. Color coding. Insert section. Create groups and subgroups. Create effects channels. Okay, this is like getting ready for mixing. Is that what he says? Fix it before you mix it. Okay, so this is preparing for mixing. Okay. Finish your mix. Solo all tracks to check for glitches. Make sure all tracks are ending together. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's something I need to do at some point. Filter out unnecessary low end. Okay, that's an EQ thing. Check for clipping. Yeah, we've already found some. Fix obvious rhythmic inconsistencies. I don't think we should have any of those with this. Save incrementally. Okay, yeah. Make sure levels pass the no knob test. So much that the listener wants to turn down the volume. Listen through with this in mind to make sure there are no such occurrences. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Check for overcompression. As you work your way through the mixing process, be careful not to overcompress. Yeah, I think not enough compression would be more my problem, but we'll see.
Owen and I are gonna go.
Just a second here.
Owen and I are gonna go see about the CRTV.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I'll be careful about this, but I don't think I do enough compression, so too much is not really a. Figure 3, simple magic AB. That's cool. I don't have a reference like in the project right now. Give your mix a reality test. Compare your mix against existing recordings that you like. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, okay, listen on this. Yeah, that's kind of towards the end, I think. Let it sit. Yeah, okay, so this stuff is kind of a lot of. A couple things here are really good for me to do right now, but a lot of that's for towards the end. But that's a pretty good list, though. Checklist for mixing and mastering. Mixing, I always base my actions to the feelings. Okay. Start with drums, kick, snare, hi-hats, rides, percussions, loops, basses, mids, vocal, and effects. Right. Okay. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here too. I think I'm gonna start with levels though. So, is this the time to start though? I might need to get off in a little bit. So it might be better to just stop now and come back later and start working on checking my levels. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of an involved process. So I because I'm debating even getting into explaining this right now because I might be. This is at 6. Okay, you know what? No, but I'll do this instead. I will do this instead. Oh no, not there. Here. Great. Okay. It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. Epic. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I'm thinking a lot of things and debating whether or not to even talk about it yet. No, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can go to 12:30. I'll see if I can get another hour in. I might have to just quit at some point suddenly, but I'll try to do another hour. So the levels thing, I'm gonna have to go through. It's just adjusting the volume of all the tracks, so that you can hear everything as loud as you want it to be. So nothing's too quiet, nothing's too loud. This seems very redundant. But part of the problem is there's different ways to change the volume. So you have the track volume over here. This little button. You can hold and slide it up and down to change the volume. The thing about that is you can automate that as well. So like you can, so if you right click, show automation, you get this dotted red line. Then you can click anywhere and get a point, click somewhere else, get another point, and then drag the points around. And now you have the volume going down over time. The thing about that is, I have explained this before, but just in case, if you then move the volume manually like that, you lose that automation. So you have to either lower the first point lower the peak to what you want your peak to be, or you can put a utility plugin in here and just lower the gain, because everything works in stages. So the sound goes through all these effects on the track and then comes back out, and that's when the automation works on it. So if you put a gain in here, you can raise it without affecting the automation, I think. I'm fairly certain about that. So that's another way to do it. But so anyway, going through all these is just going to take some time, which is why I'm resisting it, because it's just like, but I'm excited to hear what it's going to sound like when it's done. So let's jump into it, I guess. The other thing is, I don't know what order to do everything in, or if it matters, because I am still lacking a lot of experience. So I don't want to make a mess by going about it in the wrong order. But I guess first we should jump into a drop where everything's going at once. So let's do that. Is this too loud? I haven't. The other thing too is I may decide to change levels of certain things over time. So like for instance, I'm thinking right now that the piano chords, those are too quiet compared to the drums. I'd want to raise them up a little bit. But I may want them to be louder over here because they're the main event in this part. Then I would want them to be over here. Where this reverse piano is the main event. The main instrument, the main performer. So but anyway, let's just do it, I guess. So chord piano right and chord piano left. Let's go. Let's get a utility on both of them. Right. That's another thing too. There's a new version of Ableton out that I don't have yet, where you can put group tracks in another group, and oh my gosh, that would be such a lifesaver for me. But I don't have that, so we gotta do this one at a time. So let's start by just raising it up like 3. Whoa, no. Just 3 dB here and putting that on both tracks and see what that sounds like. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too loud. The thing about this is that they're just literally copies of each other, so turning both of them up a certain amount is like, you know, double the effect of that. So that sounds super obvious, but sometimes I over-explain. Okay. That sounds pretty good, actually. Right in the middle. It's not quite enough. Let's try half a dB. This is really close. I think just a little bit louder. Let's try I'm gonna do 2.17. I have a bit of a feeling about that number, which is a total increase of what? 0.34? Yeah, 0.34 dB, which like perfect. I'm leaving it there. Woo! Okay. Now let's go to the other part, and see how it holds up compared to the other stuff in the second drop section. side here. You know what? I think it's about time to get a reference in here. I think if I had to pick one reference track. Probably this one. I'm not gonna put it in just yet, but man, the song is so good. Not a whole lot though. Wait, okay, so what do we have? We have... Oh, so HP stands for hard pan. So I've got one of these. So this track is this reverse piano sound, but it goes back and forth between a hard left and a hard right. So coming left right now, and then over here it's coming out of the right side. So it just goes back and forth. And then this one is balance. So it's the same thing, but a lower volume and pan to the opposite side at each part. So if the main one's over here, like way over on the left, this one will be slightly to the right and lower volume, just to kind of like, just so it doesn't feel like it's hanging off the side of your head, if that makes sense. So it just kind of, it balances it out a little bit without being just a mirror and then rendering the effect pointless. Null. Rendering the effect of no effect. Rendering the effect ineffectual. And then this is the delay. So this is the same track with a delay. Yeah. Oh yeah, so it's got multiple delays set up here, and they turn on at different times. Yeah, okay, so we got this short one for this part. It's 6. I don't know what denomination these are. Denominator? Help. I don't know terminology for this, but got the fast one, and then this has a slow, and then what do we have over here? The same thing. That's the same thing as the first one, I think. So anyway, I don't know why I did two of the same, seemingly the same kind, but so those are all working together there to give us some different delay types. So altogether, we have 3 groups here, which is why it would be awesome to be able to put those all in one group and then just put the effects I'm looking for on one at a time. Maybe, is there anything I can do about that? I can't at this point, really, so I'm just gonna have to go into each one and change the volume, and I'm gonna keep using the utility here. Oh, no. I'm just gonna group these as the original effects for it, and put on a utility after the fact. So now we can turn it up. I just want a little bit, and since this is 3 tracks, I'm going to do very slightly. The delay, not as much as the other tracks. So let's do 0.5 here, and 1 here. And 1 here. Because I don't want to turn it up very much, but just a little bit. All right. Decided to do this 0.5. I don't know what, I think my logic was flawed there, but at this point I'm focusing around the drums. I'm bringing everything up to where it sounds good compared to the drums. The drums are my kind of my standard here, and that's based on this song again. Because if you listen, it sounds like the drums really sit on top of everything else. The kick and the snare just like dominate the mix. They really come through clearly. Oh man, I haven't listened to the song all the way through in a while, and I forgot how much he changes it up there. Oh, those drums are so good. Okay, so yeah, bass, it's drum and bass, and those two elements are very important. But I'm focusing on the drums right now, and I can bring the bass up pretty easily later, so. Doesn't need to be changed at all. Part of the issue is that just this sound, the very nature of this sound is to have a wide dynamic range because it's a reversed sound, so it starts really quiet and then ramps up. So I think it's fine, and then it gets really loud because I'm listening to the middle of it. But I think that I can fix that a little bit with compression. I don't want to compress it too much because then we'll lose that. That's kind of the point of the sound, is to have that. But maybe I can squeeze it a little. Okay. Maybe a little bit slower of an attack. Release. This range I don't fully understand. Limits the extent of compression with the goal of maintaining a more natural sound. At 0, the glue compressor's compression circuit is essentially bypassed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. It softens it a little bit. It's not quite as harshly loud at the peak there, peak volume. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here, so I don't know how to compare this to different different levels of compression, or to try different options and compare them. I feel like it's squeezing it a little bit too much. Let's turn that down then. And I feel like it's still a little bit too loud. So maybe bring the threshold down. Ooh, yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, that sounds good. Now, the only thing about that is, I think I might need to start getting into send and return tracks here, because if I just compress each of these reverse piano groups individually, they'll all be compressed, but not at once. If I compress them all at once, it takes the whole thing, the reverb and the delay, and it squeezes it all together and it makes it into one piece. Which would be good. So maybe, the only way to do that is with a send return, and I'm not really comfortable with send and return tracks. So let's see if we can learn a little bit here. I've looked this up so many times and not really followed it. Okay. Because part of the problem for me is I feel like when I use send and return tracks, it changes the sound too much, more than just whatever effect is in the return track. Like it, and I'll explain what I know of that in a second. This is exactly my question here. So the way it works is, the part that I know is you can create these are return tracks. So I have a reverb and a delay here. Which, am I sending anything to this? Hold on, sorry. I don't think I'm sending anything to that. I think these might be just the standard. Yeah, I think these are the standard Ableton tracks, except for this one, bass compression, I'm guessing. That's one that I made, that I haven't used. So you can create a return track and put effects on it. And then you can take a track, let's say this one here, and you have these are your sends. So you can turn the send up, and it's essentially like how the dry wet works. So it tells the program how much of that track's sound to send to the return track, and the return track runs it through their effects on the return track and then returns it. So basically, instead of putting your effects on the track, you put them on a different track and then tell the sound to go over there, get its effects, and come back. The benefit of that being that you can tell multiple different tracks to go to that one track for the same effects. But then, yeah, so then what this guy is saying, and this is what I've run into, is I would usually drop a reverb effect on a track to get some reverb and adjust its dry wet setting to my taste. But if I use a return track instead, the send value and the effect's dry wet both affect the reverb. Yeah, so that's the exact problem that I've had. So let's see if we can do an example of this. Insert return track. Sample. So let's take something. I'm just gonna, let's use Noah. Let's use Noah. All right. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're banging now. Okay, let's take this and so let's put a reverb. Let's put a reverb on it. Okay, this obnoxious little section here. If we turn that up, theoretically, that means that 100% of the sound is being affected. If we turn this down to 50, that means we're getting 50% original unaffected sound and 50% affected sound. And then obviously, so 20, we're getting 80% is the original sound. Just a little bit of that. So just a little bit of that effect. So there's that. But then if you take this and put it on the return track, it doesn't seem to work the exact same way. So I'm not sending it at all to the track, so there's no effect. If I turn this send up to 50, let's do 50, or wait, but it doesn't even have percent. It's like, so let's just do minus 20 here. Okay, so it seems like it stacks. So I'm sending a little bit to the return track, and then the return track has the reverb at 20%, so it's only a little bit of reverb. So it's a little bit of a little bit, which sounds right because you can barely hear that reverb. So let's see, turn it all the way up. Will it sound like just 20% on the track? Yeah, this is part of the problem. So Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the same track with the reverb being on it, but I'm pretty sure it's louder. So let's not send it. Yeah, okay. Turn it off and send it. The balance of the effect sounds about the same. Maybe a little less, and it's louder. What if you do? Yeah, so I don't know. So the problem with that is it makes it louder, and then it's harder to get your effect sounding just the right way. See if we turn it up, if we can get it to sound. Okay. Yeah, see that. It sounds to me like a comparable level of the effect is like 10% more if you have to send it to return tracks. I don't know, but anyway, let's read what this guy says, or these guys say. Oh, the sends go to an additional audio bus where your effect is on, so it doesn't affect the original track still playing at all. If you send 100% and the effect is 100% wet, you still have your original at 100% and the effect at 100%. That's the issue. So then what do you do? Yeah, okay. So that doesn't really help then. If I can't get the full effect on. So now what do we do? Let me try putting that. Do I still have it copied? No, I copied the reverb. So let's find the compressor again. Copy it. Oh, I don't have to scroll down. It's right here. Paste it. And then send these to it, I guess. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, wrong one, right? Yeah, D sample. So we're getting 100, 100. And I want to be about 60, 40. So let's put the effect on the return track at, oh no. No, that doesn't work either. Man, how do you do this? This is weird. I feel like that sounds a little bit better, but I just don't know what I'm doing exactly, and I think it's gonna be. This is where I always get to with these. It's like with return tracks. I feel like I'm missing out on something, but I don't know how to do. I could mess around with it, I guess, for a while, but we're supposed to be doing levels right now anyway, but compression's kind of part of that. Yeah, I think that sounds nice. How does it sound with all three of them rocking the same compressor there? I don't think it should be on the delay. Maybe just on the first two. Wait, no. It should be on maybe on before the effects? If it was on before the effects on all of them, I feel like it would be, that would be right. Maybe. Let's see how that sounds. Compressor, reverb, EQ, auto filter. It sounded better before. I am really out of my comfort zone right here. I'll tell you. I do not know what I'm doing with this. I do think that sounds the best of all the stuff we've tried though. Okay, I kind of take that back. I think that it does sound better having the delay compressed, because then it's the same issue where it gets a little too loud at the loudest parts, and it doesn't do that after the compressor's on it. So that's good. Um, I'm not doing anything to them with the utility anyway, but I am probably increasing it with the compressor a little bit, or maybe they just need to be turned down after all. So I'm gonna switch that to the end. Let's grab this, it's faster. Oh, this boy's going. Let's try that out. Let's try this real quick. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now let's turn these down. I feel like they need to come down just a little bit. These are a little quiet seeming to me now. No, this needs to be turned up. Go through this a little bit more a little more carefully. Start at the top and work down so I don't get lost. So let's start with the lead piano before I get off in the weeds here. Definitely too loud. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so I just did lead piano 1. I think it sounds a lot better now. And it's a very small change, but I think it sounds better. And then let's, I'm just gonna check in the second half of the drop. Wait, what? Oh, that was for the example of automation earlier. It's a little quiet over here, but that's, I think, just because there's so much going on. I'm gonna save that for later and try fixing that with like EQ and stuff. I'm not gonna touch the volume. I don't think it's enough to warrant it. So lead piano 2 now. Now the thing about this is that this is tied to this synth over here. Those two go together. So I need to be careful how I go about this. Torn, but I feel like a little bit of compression on here would be good. It's not just levels, I know, but just a little bit. Yeah, no, I don't. Again, I'm not super sure what I'm doing with the compressor, but I just tweaking it a little bit makes me realize how much I like it the way it is. So, just gonna turn it up a little bit. Okay, so here's the thing. There's a lot of variation there. Well, a significant amount. So like here, that's like the peak. That's why. Over there, where is it? Right here. so here's the issue. I like the natural sound of it a lot, but then there's just a little bit too much difference between the quietest parts, like and the loudest parts. I think maybe it's fine. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. As for this, this one, sorry. I think this is probably good too. But let's just check. Yeah, let's unbalance there. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. It's pretty good right where it's at. So, praise the Lord for that. So we got that done. Rhythm. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. 12:20, 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can finish this up before. Oh my, hold on. Okay, good. We should still be good over here, right? Yeah. My preview, over here on the second monitor is in 144p, so I got worried that maybe it was super low quality, but no, it's fine. All right. Rhythm piano. It needs to be a bit louder, maybe compressed a little bit. Because that's the only thing in that section. And the overall volume is not nearly as loud as the overall volume of this. From what I can tell. Yeah. Much quieter. So bring this up a little bit. Maybe a little too loud. Yeah, I think this needs to go back down a little bit. And these are such small changes. I feel like, am I serious? Like, am I crazy? But no, that does sound more balanced. Okay, and then we've got I think this needs to come up a little bit. I really am itching to get that figured out, but okay. Rhythm piano. 7 minutes left. Rhythm piano 2. Oh yeah, so this is that harmony. Man, I have debated this for so long, but I'm tempted to just try again. Maybe it'll fit. Maybe it'll fit. I have to put another note there. Well, that's it. See about that velocity. Just stretch it way out into oblivion here. That's good. That's kind of bad by itself, but add in the wet one. Put that back in as well. Okay. Okay, these are at minus 6.1, minus 6. So let's do the same to this. No, minus 6.1. There we go. Minus 6. It's not good coming in straight away, so it would have to be towards the end. Like that. That'd be. In fact, it might have to be combined into the same track to make it sound good. This is a little sketch here, but I'm going to try it. We can go back, so let's save. Hopefully it'll save. I still didn't what? I don't know if it's saved or not, but okay, edit. Get rid of all the notes before this. Copy all of these notes. Put them in here. Boom. Oh, wait. Oh, some of them clash. Well, let's try it anyway. And then same thing in here. Right? Right? And then get rid of this for now. That does sound better. Reason being, I think that if it's in a separate track, it has its own reverb. So the reverb from that and the reverb from the other one get too much. Whereas with this one, you get all the notes in there, but they're going through the same reverb, so it's not as overpowering. Yeah, let's listen back a little bit and just get the full effect here. Seems a little loud too, compared to that. Man, I am really torn on that one. I really like that harmony, but I don't know if it sets the right tone. It's not right. It doesn't have the same kind of sadness to it if you add the harmony in there. I really like it, but it doesn't. The effect is not the same. Going back to not having it, it's just like it's just the right level of sadness to it that needs to be there. But I like it so much! What do I do? Sorry, I'm just really struggling to make this decision here. Okay, this is the problem. Like, okay, so listen to it by itself without the harmony. It sounds great. It's like, that's right. And then I come back and I listen to this and it's like, yep, it doesn't fit. Until the very last part, right at the end where it goes, like that ending is just like, oh, I love it. Really like that. Maybe it'd be possible to get just that in there. But, I mean, definitely leaning towards the side of no on the harmony now. Let's try that though. Let's try that. Oh wait. Well, let's listen to that again. Hold on. Without this, because this is not right. If you can do it single. Yeah, it just fades out. Okay. Let's find this. I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, one more time. Nope. All right. Yep. It just doesn't fit. Sorry to say, but all right. So I'm getting rid of you. Sorry. Well, I won't get rid of him. But I'm not gonna use it. So could show up as an Easter egg at some point later, or no. I don't know. If I ever do live performances, it could end up somewhere in there or something. I don't know. Or something could happen with it, but. Not right now. And that's 12:34. So we're going to call it there. Thank you for watching. Someone's been here for a while, I think. Wonder who it is, but yeah. I might get back on tonight, do some more. We'll see. But yeah. Jesus loves you. Praise the Lord. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there for now, and I'll let you know if I get back on later or whatever. I'll post it. Put a new link in the bio. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.